Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, you know, there's two groups of people. You go have a group of people who go say, man, I don't want to get started on my weight loss journey until the new year hit. But then there's another group of people who want to get a head start on their weight loss goals. They want to get a head start on taking care of themselves, improving their health, improving their image. You want to go to your gatherings with your friends, your family, your work events, and you want to be, the star. You want people complimenting you about your appearance. You want people complimenting you about how you glow and about how you look 10 years younger than what you actually are. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk to those folks who want to be like that. You want to get a head start on your New Year's goals. All right. And so I'm gonna jump right on into it, man, because I do this year round, man. This is my lifestyle. But I want to help encourage you guys and empower you guys to live the same way, because I feel great, man. I'm 34 years old. I feel like I look better now and feel better now than when I was in my early 20s. You know what I'm saying? And so here's some things that you need to start focusing on, all right? Number one, start focusing on building a wellness routine. I know a lot of folks think about just meal plan, workout plan. Let me just hit the gym. But that doesn't mean that you're taking care of yourself. Guys, there's people out here, they in their 20s and 30s still having strokes, and they be working out. But they be eating junk food. Or they be eating fairly decent, but they don't be going to the gym at all. Guys, this is a lifestyle. You have to focus on overall wellness. It don't have to be perfect. I'm not saying you got to work out every day of the week. I'm not saying you got to work out for 2-3 hours a day like a bodybuilder. No, you don't have to do that. I want you to just start being intentional with taking care of yourself. That's wellness. And so let me give you some examples. Making sure you're sleeping. All right. One thing I love about being a business owner, I make sure I do all my non-negotiables on a daily basis. But I make sure that I get enough sleep on a day-to-day basis. Because if I don't get enough sleep, that's part of wellness. You don't get enough sleep, I know for me, I'm going to be highly stressed. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be irritable. My day just isn't going to flow as well as I want it to flow. You know what I'm saying? And so make sure you focus on wellness, sleeping, right? What else? Walking. Not just doing cardio. I'm talking about how active are you? A lot of y'all, you dealing with different health issues because you're sedentary. Being sedentary is like the new, what they say, it's like the new cigarette. It's like the modern day cigarette smokers because you're sitting down all day. Just go look at causes of heart disease and some of these other diseases that people tend to get. Sedentary. Your ass sitting down too much. You're not moving enough. Okay? What else? Drinking water. A lot of y'all act like you water nasty. So you drink lemonades and sweet teas and cokes all the time, but wondering why you have no energy. Wondering why you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Wondering why you're dealing with brain fog. Guys, we ain't in our teens no more. We're not teenagers anymore. We're not in our early 20s anymore. You have to start taking care of yourself because this is the only body we get. And so if you don't take care of that body and that body start breaking down, this body ain't like a car. We can't just go get a tune-up. No, so you got to start taking initiative now. And so that way your body takes care of you in the long run. Otherwise, you have to pay later. You either pay now or you can pay later with the consequences. That's why I shoot so much content, so that way I can make you aware, so that way you don't suffer them consequences. Because there's nothing like stressing and worrying about not knowing if your health just get to a certain point and you start dealing with a health crisis. Now you got to spend money on this. Now you got to go to the doctors. Now you got to go to the hospital. Guys, you don't want to deal with that kind of stress, man. That's stress. All right. And so some of y'all, shit, all of us, we already deal with a lot of stress already with work, grinding, family, all these things. Like, that's one less stress you want to worry about with a health crisis popping up where you got to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 on doctor bills and visits and things like that, and medications. Wellness. Focus on wellness routines. That's number one. Second thing, create boundaries. It's so interesting to me. You know, I see all this, the men versus women, and women versus men, all this stuff on social media. I don't play no parts in it, but I see a lot of people, they don't set boundaries with themselves, with your habits. Do you create boundaries around how often you eat out on a daily basis? Do you create boundaries with how often you're drinking alcohol? Guys, these things sabotage our health. Like Christmas, Thanksgiving, those are days. That's just 2 days. What are you doing throughout the rest of the month? What are you doing throughout the rest of the month? And so you got to pay attention to setting boundaries even with your friends. Because, you know, a lot of times we have friends, or whether you're going on dates, whether it's your partner, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, might be your husband, might be your wife, whoever it is, they may be trying to influence you to drink a little bit more than you usually do, or to eat a little bit more than you usually do, right? But you got to stand on business. If you know you want to look a certain way, you want to feel proud about how your body look when you take them clothes off, when you butt naked in the bedroom, you want to feel proud when you put your clothes on, when you go into these family gatherings, these work events, whatever it is, you got to stand on business. And so when people are like, hey, come on, drink another drink with me. Go ahead, it ain't gonna hurt, go ahead and drink another drink with me. You got to stand on business. Nah, man, I'm just gonna get me a sparkling water. I done had 2 drinks already, I'm good. Don't laugh about it when you say it. Don't laugh about it. That's what be happening to a lot of y'all goofy ass. Y'all be too goofy. Y'all too playful. You got to be stoic. Hey, man, I'm good. I'm good. I done had 2 drinks already. I'm going to get this club soda. I'm going to get this sparkling water. And I'm good. I'm still here with you. I'm still going to have a good time. You know, me not drinking not going to take away your enjoyment throughout the evening or whatever it is. You got to have boundaries. All right? Same way you have boundaries when you're dating. If you're in a relationship with your kids, you got certain boundaries and standards, right? Hey, you can't get no less than a C on their report card. You get less than a C, your ass in trouble. I'm gonna take something away from you. You see what I'm saying? Set boundaries, okay? That's the second thing. And a little bit more about boundaries. You gotta have structure. All right, you got to have structure. I know I talked about removing and limiting alcohol, limiting junk food, limiting how often you're eating out, but have structure with your eating habits. Like, do you have consistency with your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, maybe 1 or 2 snacks, or are you just all over the place? God, this is December. This is a great time to start making these things a priority. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to be mindful and intentional with doing these things. Because if you don't, you're going to be thinking about it again in another month from now. You're going to be thinking about it again in 3 months from now. Damn, man, I wish I would have went ahead and got started on that, man. I'd be down 20, 30 pounds by now. You see what I'm saying? And so start being intentional with adding more fiber to your diet. A lot of y'all have no idea the type of struggles that people are going through right now. I'm talking about, I wrote a couple of them down. Colorectal, man, how do they say this? It's basically cancer, right? You're having like people have stomach cancer and heart disease, and people having strokes and things like that. These things are happening because of how we're eating, our lifestyle, all right? And so if you're not having any fiber, like some of y'all, all you're drinking is sodas and lemonades and sweet teas. I see y'all be commenting on my, I got a post that's going viral about lemonade. I don't know why, out of all my videos, basically colon cancer. There you go. All my videos that I make, the one that's going to go viral is damn sweet tea and lemonade. And people are like, oh, man, that's my favorite drink. Water just tastes so nasty. Well, this is how people get colon cancer. This is how people get type 2 diabetes. Guys, if you have type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, the last thing you want to be doing is having an excess amount of sugar and carbs in your diet. It's going to make it worse. Your health is going to spiral out of control, man. All right? And I know I may say things in a way where, I want to entertain y'all, but this shit's serious. There's folks out here having a real hard time. I'm talking about folks losing their toes, their feet, half their damn leg, because they're not making these things a priority. And so you got to make it a priority. Or at some point, life is going to force you to make it a priority. All right? That's what we call the consequences. Yeah. You got consequences to your lack of action. All right? Just know that. You don't have to invest in coaching. There's no consequences if you don't do something. All right? You might not have the bread to invest in coaching, but you need to do something. All right? And not just make an excuse. Just because you're super busy don't mean you don't need to do something in the gym. You don't have to work out every day of the week, but 3-4 days a week is all you need. That's all. I got clients dropping 25, 30, 35 pounds in 3 months, working out 3 to 4 days a week. Come on, man. You got to get your shit together. Start adding fiber into your diet. I'm talking about fruits. Add color into your diet. Not just, I'm just drinking protein shakes. I'm talking about eating, whether it's an apple, what else? Strawberries, blueberries, whatever fruit you enjoy eating, man. All right? And then same thing for your vegetables. It doesn't have to be one specific vegetable. Whatever vegetable you like. Like I like eating asparagus. I like eating spinach, Brussels sprouts. I'm a little bougie, so I go over to Whole Foods. I get the little shaved Brussels sprouts because I don't want that shit to take forever to cook. And so you gotta design your life, man. Ain't nobody gonna do this shit for you. But you gotta start building out this wellness routine for you. All right, and setting boundaries. So that's the second thing. The third thing, you gotta start treating your workouts like non-negotiables. We all have certain things in our life that are non-negotiables. You know what a non-negotiable is? You take your ass to work and you expect to get paid. That's non-negotiable. If you going to work and you ain't getting paid, what you think? Well, I ain't gonna be here too long if they don't pay me. That's a non-negotiable. And so you show up to work on time, you check out, or you get out of work at a certain time. You see what I'm saying? These are non-negotiables. So you have to start treating your fitness routines the same way. It doesn't have to be bodybuilder workouts where you're working out every single day of the week, 2 hours in the morning, then come back in the evening and work out again. You don't have to do all that, man. Guys, I work out 30, 45 minutes. That's all I do. And y'all done seen my physique. Y'all see what I look like. I'm 34 years old with abs. I'm somewhere between like 10 and 12% body fat year round. And I'm not doing anything spectacular. It's consistency. I make these things non-negotiable. When I hit the gym, people see me in there. I didn't develop relationships with people because they see me in there so consistently. Guys, you should be able to build relationships, even if you don't know the person in the gym. They just, you see a person so frequently, they just start to know, okay, man, this person got some type of discipline. They have some type of routine and structure to what they're doing. Versus going in the morning, then going in the evening, and then some days some weeks you go 2 times, and other weeks you go 4 times. There's no structure. There's no rhythm and routine to your life. You got to have rhythm and routine and patterns of success. All right. I started noticing how my body looks a certain way, how I feel. I have energy. There's patterns that allow me to look and feel a certain way on a daily basis. All right. And so if you notice that you don't feel good, you lack energy, you lack motivation, you lack mental sharpness. Like for a lot of my business professionals and entrepreneurs, we have to do a lot of thinking on a daily basis, right? And so if you notice that you can't think at a high level to get things done, it's something about your routine that you need to change. It could be your eating routine. It could be your exercise routine. Maybe not even just hitting the gym, but are you walking? Do you know how to pace yourself throughout the day where you work, then you rest? You work, then you rest and maybe walk. You hit the gym at a certain time of the day. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to design this shit, man. This is why I do coaching, because I help people design these things for you. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. I've trained nurses. I've trained attorneys. I've trained people investors. Everyone's lifestyle is a little bit different. And so you got to figure out what's going to work the best for you. Number 4, managing your stress. Managing your stress. This was a big eye-opener for me this year, you know what I'm saying? And even a little bit back in 2023, because I just started grinding at an even higher level. You know what I'm saying? And not just physically. Like when I was younger, after I finished playing football at Georgia State University, I found myself being like, man, life about to be a breeze, man. I put so much pressure on my body, man. This shit about to be simple. But guess what? Life is not all about the physical. It's not about working hard. It's about thinking hard. If you think harder about what you're doing and you put more structure into what you're doing and more effort, mental effort, that takes energy. That takes mental bandwidth. And so I would be grinding all day in my early 30s, and even this past year, I'd be grinding. I'm like, damn, I get around to about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm mentally exhausted. I'm ready to tap out. I'm like, man, what is happening? I never used to feel like this when I was in my 20s, but I didn't understand how to manage my stress. And so now I prioritize my sleep. 7, 8 hours. Like really, I get closer to 8 on a daily basis. Fuck all that, you sleep when you die, you hustle. You can get away with that when you're in your teens and in your 20s, but once you hit 30 and in your 40s and 50s and you still try to use that methodology, you go crash and burn. You working at about 50 to 60% of what you're truly capable of versus getting enough rest and not drinking alcohol all the time so that way you can show up each day and work at 100%. You see what I'm saying? You can't compete with somebody like me who's getting the sleep, eating the right food, and taking care of myself. But you over here, you working at 40%, 50%, 60% because one, you're eating junk food, so you're sluggish. Two, this junk food and your lack of movement, you don't know how to manage your stress. So now you're dealing with demons mentally. You talking down on yourself. You can't even speak to yourself to empower yourself because you're tired. You're depressed because all the weight is on you because you're not eating right, because you're not exercising. That weight that you're carrying, that's stress. You feel it on your knees, on your back, on your ankles and feet. Your feet swelling up. Stress. Lose that damn weight. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's not just sleep. It's not just what you're eating. That's why I say wellness routine. You got to have it all to help you manage that stress. That's number 4. And then the last thing I want you to focus on going into this month is community, man. It's a lot of folks that try to be lone wolves out here. I used to be one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, I'm still one of them folks. Because that's just how I am. That's the way I grew up. You know, I bounced from household to household growing up. I didn't stay with my dad until I was about 13 years old. And so certain dynamics of when I was growing up caused me to be more to myself. But I'm not done. I am aware that there are people out here who are successful. There's people out here that want to grow just like I want to grow, that prioritize success and just themselves and wanting to take care of the people that they love and care about. And so some really good people out here. And so I try to surround myself with those type of people to understand how they view certain things about life, relationships, health. Now you're not just hearing it from me. Now you hear it from people in your community, people that you rock with, right? You're like, damn, they eating healthy too? Okay. And they be talking about getting enough sleep too? Oh, man, it's not just coach talking about this. Guys, there's people out here who are professionals, entrepreneurs. Guys, it's one guy I see all the time, my boy Justin Giles. This guy's a multi-millionaire on social media. He talk about real estate and all this stuff. He stay out here in Atlanta. And I see old boy pull up. I pull up in my Corvette, and I pulling up. I see him in his Lambo. I see his Aventador. You know what I'm saying? But he in the gym taking care of himself. He got energy. You see what I'm saying? He looked the part. Guys, you want to look the part when you go to these family gatherings and these business events and these networking events, right? You don't want to be feeling all insecure because there is a stigma to being overweight. People just don't say it. But there is a stigma to it. Like if you overweight, people will still be friends with you. They're not gonna be an asshole, but they like, damn, what's going on in that life? They all right? That's what a lot of people think. When you gain a lot of weight, or if you lose a significant amount of weight in a very short period of time, people either think you're sick or they think you're stressing. And so if you get ballooned up real quick, man, what's going on with homeboy? What's up with old girl, man? She might be stressing right now. Something ain't right. And so you gotta take care of yourself. All right, but when you have a community of like-minded people, these are people who are going to speak life into you. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to pull you down. They're not going to doubt and shame you for exercise. They're not going to shame you for trying to eat better. Like some people try to throw shade on you eating healthy. Oh, you still on that little healthy diet? You still on that little healthy diet over there? You still do that little workout thing? You see how they be saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You still doing that little workout thing? That little workout thing? You still doing that little eating thing? That little eating healthy thing? That's how people try to throw shade. But when you in the right community, because those type of people who throw shade, deep down, if we care about that person, we have a good relationship with that person, it kind of messes with us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, man, I don't know why that rubbed me the wrong way. But if you're around the right type of folks, then they be like, hey, man, you hit the gym today? Oh, you ain't hit the gym today, man? What you doing, man? You falling off? You know what I'm saying? They challenging you. They like, hey, man, go. I got mine in. When you getting yours in? And so you might be like, damn, man, let me go ahead and take my ass to the gym. Man, I ain't slipping on my pimp. Let me go ahead and get to the gym. That's why I have my community inside my coaching program called the Lions Den. Because we can see when people post their meals inside the community. We can see when people check into their workouts. Like earlier today, I was like, hey, here's what's y'all workout track of the day? You know what I'm saying? Everybody started dropping their workout track. Whether it be Kendrick Lamar or Gunna, whatever it is, Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? You just have like-minded individuals around you that's going to empower you and inspire you. So don't look at it like you competing against everybody. That's not how life is. You competing against yourself. You competing against the version of yourself last month, yesterday, last week, last year. Are you improving? This is your race. Don't run somebody else's race, run your own race. And then everybody else around you that's in your community, use them to be able to propel you. They might be a little bit ahead of you. Don't feel bad. You're like, all right, what can I learn from this person? What are they doing that I may not be doing? You see what I'm saying? Like, leverage their experience, their life experiences and the traits and the way they think, and like utilize it to help you. Versus, oh man, I don't even talk to them, man. Damn, man, they're a little too far ahead of me. It always is surprising to me how people, they won't even talk to people who are more successful than them. They envy them. It's crazy how this is. But a lot of people who are, affluent or successful, they want to help other people. Like, shit, it's only so much money you can make. It's only so much success you go have. At some point, you get, well, I know for me, I find fulfillment in wanting to help people. Like, that shit excites me. I get somebody some game at the gym. Hey, man, like somebody walked up to me, what was I at? I was in my car, and this was right before it got cold out here in Atlanta. And old boy walked up to my car, and he was like, hey, man, what you be working? How you be working at? And then I just gave him some game. Because I want to see folks successful, man. What I'm going to do with it? If I just hold on, I'm just hoarding all the information. I'm just hoarding. Yeah, I still got to put in the work. But, hey, that's one of the things. Like, I can give you the game, but you still got to run the plays. That's why I shoot so much content. I can give y'all the game. Some of y'all, you have no idea just all the information that's on my social media. I've had people reach out to me. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm down 50 pounds. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm down 75 pounds. Hey, man, here go my before and after, man, when I start following you. You see what I'm saying? Run the play. Run the play. Stop envying people. Stop envying just because they're a little bit ahead of you. Like, learn from them. Learn from them, whether it be in fitness, whether it be they got an attractive woman that they talk to. They in a really good relationship. Don't hate. they got a little bit more money. They might be a little bit more flashy or whatever. They got a nice car. They got a nice house. Don't hate. Learn something. And so that way you lead a situation better than when you came into it. All right? But this is what community is all about. Like, I'm in a community. Like, I invested, boy, I ain't even about to tell y'all how much money I've been investing in coaching. I think I've shared it in other podcasts. But I'm in a community where, man, people making so much more money. I'm just like, God damn. Boy, I'd be crazy if I stopped. And they're just helping so many more people. You know, when I think about money, I think about, man, you've helped a lot of people. You've given out a lot of value. What type of person did you have to become? What type of discipline and structure did you have to be able to accomplish this level of success? Those are things I think about. And that's why I be watching. Yeah, I'm a watcher. Like when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, okay, you doing that? All right, let me run that play. And when I run, I'm gonna run it better than you. I'm a little competitive. That's how I am. A lot of y'all, you're not competitive. You see other people who are doing a little bit more than you. They're a little bit more successful than you, whether it be in fitness, business, relationships, but they put their shoes on the same way you do. They wake up out the bed same way you do. They put their clothes on the same way you do. You just got to be intentional and be like, hey man, this person just like me. They human just like me. Let me go show up for myself. Let me go show up for my family. And if you do these things going into the new year, I'm telling you, you set yourself up for success. All right. Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy a 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.